just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a is Bridgewater. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 83 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it, just get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 8. Play action. It's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Milton Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They had a great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Ekeler to begin the drive. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Herbert off of play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Bridgewater to throw it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And able to get... Does reach the 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Herbert throwing again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Herbert, third and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater on a slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll take it inside the 25. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
minutes to try to add the PAT. And before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out. And they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Certainly no gimme here on the PAT. They're backed up now to a 42-yard extra point try. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. third down, Bridgewater. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, Bridgewater. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him. Reaching out his back where there's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Herbert on first down now. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The end result, 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for LA. 47 yards. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. And quickly they get to the line. Second down and goal. Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on fourth and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Justin Fields, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Herbert now. And the timing a bit off that time as Evan forced and ground. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second and goal. Herbert. And it's caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer there to make the grab. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Bridgewater's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Bridgewater. Olave over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
6 yards left on second down. Kamara up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Bridgewater. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Let's do this, man.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Bridgewater. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. His kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19th. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. And Allen's got it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. What's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Bridgewater now. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To the air again with Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Bridgewater. And a little floater there is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Herbert now to throw. Williams brings it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.